around. All right. We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our Super Chat live stream. So if this is the first time that you are tuning in, it's an opportunity for you to get a mini reading live during the live stream, or a one card yes or no answer to your question. And of course, it could be about anything: love, romance, of course, career, whatever. And it's available through a super chat, or for USA and UK viewers, Cash App is also available. So hello guys, how are you? Let us know where you are tuning in from. So we'll wait for a few more minutes to... Sun signs, yes. So if you're interested in getting a mini reading today, what we're looking for are names for all parties involved, sun signs, a brief background on your situation, and just one simple question that I can focus on for your mini reading. Or again, you have the option to do a one card yes, no response for your question. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes, or really whenever the first person is able to request a mini reading or a card pull. And that was Yvette. Yvette, if you're here, we've already received your $9.99 Cash App, so we just need the names of whoever it is that you want me to look into, sun signs, and as I mentioned, a brief background on your situation, and let's get into your reading here. So just waiting for a few more folks to show up, and we will begin shortly. So again, if this is your first time, it is Super Chat live stream. Super Chat or Cash App, whichever you choose, it's fine. And unfortunately, it's not available globally. It's just the United States as well as the UK for now. Hopefully they will expand that later on. It would be nice if it was available globally, but unfortunately not. And I believe Super Chat, it's through AdSense or PayPal, one of those things, through YouTube. So yeah, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Would love to know where you're watching our live stream from. We are here in Southern California. It's a nice hot day over here. What's the weather like where you're at? So Yvette, we've received your Cash App. We're just literally waiting for your information so I can get started on your reading. So Yvette, and anybody else, of course, interested in a mini reading or a one card yes, no answer. Hi, Lisa. You can't find the button. Do you have Cash App available? Hi, Nancy. Okay, so I've got my daughter here helping me with the comments, so she'll definitely let me know all of your information, and then we'll get into the readings here. So yeah, there should be, I believe, a Super Chat button somewhere on the screen, usually right below the actual video itself or the live stream screen. But if you're unable to locate that, and if you do have access to Cash App, then you can certainly go that route. All right, so we haven't heard from Yvette, right? So I'll go ahead and do Nancy's first. Okay, so Nancy, we'll get into your situation. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Nancy. Yes, Lisa, I believe once you've got your PayPal set up, you can go ahead and do a super chat. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for the super chat there. So we'll get to your reading. Okay, there she is. Hi, Yvette. Thank you for tuning in and for your Cash App. So I'm just literally waiting for information, names, sun signs, brief background, and your question. So Nancy, we will go ahead and do yours first. So I'll go ahead and take these off my desk here, and we'll get started shortly. All right. And thank you, everyone, for being here. All right, so Nancy, Gemini Sun. You are the Gemini, Nancy, or is it the other person? I'm still waiting for the info, so just give me 1 second here. All right, thank you. Okay, so you are the Gemini Sun. I'm debating if I should leave my current job. Oh, okay, for a new one. And advice in regards to money and career. Okay, so let's get into that. I'm glad I've got those decks nearby. So let me go ahead and pull that. So we're going to start off by pulling cards from the Money and Career Oracle, which is so fitting for what it is that you are asking. We'll also grab some insight from the Hustle deck by Fire Witch Tarot. And then I'll also grab some cards from the Angels of Abundance as well as the Life Purpose. So let's see what the initial advice is already. All right, so focusing on Nancy, Gemini Sun. All right, so you're contemplating leaving your current position for a new one. All right, let's see. Let's see what the energies are there. Focusing on Nancy, Gemini. We have new manager. Okay, so this could also be an indication of you being able to manage the choices that you have as far as work-related matters and opportunities. Okay, but this is the next card. It does say work hard, but don't overwork yourself. So you don't want to get to a place where you're burning the candle at both ends. Okay, and then look at this. This is the next card. So interview. That could certainly be giving you the opportunity to connect with a new company or to take things to a different direction. And I love the bottom of the deck. It does say you have the power to create the abundance that you desire. I love that. All right, so let's grab some tarot here and see what else we can learn. Focusing on Nancy, Gemini. So right off the bat already with these cards that came forward, I think a change of scenery, a new career choice, that would actually be very good for you, I think. You know, as long as you're tapped into that power to create the abundance that you're looking for, you can be very successful. So let's grab some tarot here. For Nancy. Oh my, look at that. You've got the Sun. Okay, so I really do feel, based off of your question, you know, if you should decide to leave your current position for a new one, you would be very, very successful. Absolutely. Wow. Everything falling into place there, you know, so it looks very good as long as that Sun's energy is coming through. Now, perhaps the current position that you are in, maybe you feel like it's just not going anywhere. Maybe you feel stuck there. So I feel, just based off of what's presenting itself here and your desire to move in a different direction, would actually be really good for you. You're being directed to really soul search and make sure that the opportunities that you go after are the ones that you're really tapped into, something that you're passionate about, where it doesn't feel just like a job, you know. You get up in the morning and you're excited about it and looking forward to actually doing what it is that you love. Look at this, you've got the Chariot. So it looks to me that the changes that you want to implement in your career and your finances, that's propelling you forward, where you can be very successful, very triumphant through the choices that you do make. And then look at that, you've got the Ace of Wands, all of the potential for growth, for you to be able to create this abundance and whatever it is that you are looking for by way of finances as well as your career choices. That looks amazing. So I wanted to look into another deck here. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and see what else. So this Hustle deck here. This deck can sometimes contain some profanity, so just FYI on that. All right. And it could also be tapped into some of the challenges financially that you might have run into, or current advice that perhaps your angel guides are wanting to convey to you right now. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Nancy, Gemini. What do we need to know here? Paying off, okay, financial karma. So if, let's just say you've got a lot of debt, okay, this is an indication that you absolutely can be debt-free. You can free yourself from any financial constraints that you might be dealing with. Okay, let's see what else. What else for Nancy, Gemini? But yeah, I feel it would be a good move for you to move forward and try something new. Look at that. Luck is on your side. I love it. And bottom of the deck, you're entering a new cycle of pure abundance. I mean, my goodness, as far as the opportunities that you have before you to be able to bring in everything that you could have possibly hoped for and worked for and wished for in regard to your finances and career, it looks amazing. Really, really amazing. So I'm very happy to see that for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a card from the Angels of Abundance. But it looks fantastic as far as creating something new. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Nancy, Gemini. All right, so let's grab, there it is. Windfall of Abundance. My goodness, and it says an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So, to sum it all up, it's a very good time for you to welcome in new chapters when it comes to switching jobs, a change of scenery. Maybe you're wanting to try something new. As long as it's something that you're really passionate about, go for it, because you will be very successful. All right, so that's the advice, Nancy. I hope that uplifts you, because it looks really, really nice. All right, and thank you so much for being here and for your super chat. All right, so let's move on to the next person here. So I'll go ahead and wait. Cameron, did you give me more? Okay, so who's next? Okay, so Yvette, let's get into your reading here. All right, let me just get my desk organized here. Give me 1 second. All right, so Sun sign Taurus, your question, when will love arrive or come in? So by that question, I'm assuming you are single right now and in between partnerships. Okay, so let me go ahead. For singles, I always love to take a look at possibilities of what is coming in through, you know, letters and the zodiac sign. So let's do that for you first, and then we'll grab some additional advice. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Yvette, Taurus. So let's grab some letters that could be a part of your name, as well as a new love connection that you end up making. So we're starting off with A. And these could even be people that are already in your life that you might not even see as a romantic interest. Look at that. Al could also be Alan. Look at the next letter. You know, could be Alan. We have a K. Let's grab a few more letters as far as potentials. An eye. What else for Yvette, Taurus? So these are potentials of who you could connect with. We have a V. Let's grab one more letter. We have an F. One more. And then we'll grab some zodiacs here for you of potential love connection. So you've got a W right there. I'm also picking up off of maybe William or even Frank that's coming through there. Okay, so just some potentials, giving you an indication as to a possibility of new love connections. So let's grab some zodiacs here for you, for new love potentials here for you, Yvette. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Yvette, Taurus. All right, so you could connect with an Aquarian. You could also connect with a Scorpion. Let's grab a few more. You could also connect with a fellow Taurus, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, however way it presents itself in their chart. Let's grab one more. So you could both actually be Tauruses, or they could have Taurus in their chart. And then you've got Sagittarius coming through here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight as to the energies that are surrounding you right now and what might be maybe preventing you from finding love, or what could be a blockage, or what it is that you need to know right now. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Yvette, Taurus. What do we need to know here? Well, I love this. We've got spring, which can, of course, be an indication of a time frame for you. So maybe during springtime is when love will ultimately find you. So we're looking at maybe springtime of next year. So use this time to focus on your own healing and your own growth, you know? Look at this. Release. So this is a reminder for you to let things go from the past, or if there are any lingering energies from relationships that ended up not working out, like an ex-partnership. And this right here is giving you an indication for growth when it comes to your love life, Yvette. So that actually looks really good. Once you let something go, or maybe a painful experience from the past, there is an offer maybe of love that is coming in. You just don't want to be stuck in the past. You know, you don't want to be bound to people or experiences that have weighed heavily on you. Maybe it's time to clean house, so to speak, when it comes to that type of energy, you know? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Yvette, Taurus. Let me make some room here so you can actually see what I'm doing. And Cameron, let me know if I'm off screen at any time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Yvette, Taurus. So it does seem, as far as a time frame, we do have spring of next year as to when new love connections might come into your life. All right, let's grab some insight here. All right. Abundant harvest with the Page of Pentacles. You might connect with a masculine who could also represent Earth energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, another Taurus like yourself, as we have already seen that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional cards. I love this. You've got the Sun. Look at these cards, Yvette. You've got the Ten of Cups. You've got the Ace of Cups representing that new chapter in your romantic life. So, you know, even though you've maybe been through some ups and downs, or maybe you've been single for a while, just know that this is a part of your journey. It's a part of your destiny to be able to be happy in this way. Because this right here is you being able to manifest everything that you could have ever hoped for in regard to your love life. And here's the new chapter right here. But in the meantime, until you're able to connect with somebody in that way, focus on loving yourself and being able to fill that own cup of love for you. You know, so I don't think you're going to be single or meant to be alone in this lifetime. You're meant to find happiness, and it looks amazing. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Hierophant, which, believe it or not, represents Taurus energy. So through this spiritual lesson, you will connect with somebody that will be able to commit to you in a very loving, romantic way, somebody that you really can build your life with somewhere down the line. So time frame, as I've mentioned, we're looking at springtime. Okay, so good luck to you. I wish you the best, and I hope that this uplifts you, because it's actually a really nice message for you. And thank you so much for the super chat, or the Cash App. All right, so let's move on to our next person. So I have Jennifer. All right, so Jennifer, your Capricorn sun. My mom, Carol, okay. Oh, gosh, was killed by hospital staff, still open for investigation. Just want to know if I will get justice for my mom. Okay, let's look into that. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is horrible. And believe it or not, I can actually relate to that, because I lost my mom in 2010, and it's not easy. You know, I totally get it. So let's look into that for you. Okay. Let's see, what are the energies that might be... Actually, if you can bear with me, there's a particular deck that I can actually use, tapped into somebody who's lost a loved one. Give me 1 second, because that's the one that I really need. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I have to find it. Okay, here it is. Okay. All right. This is the deck. It's called Messages of Closure. So I wanted to first tap into the energy of your mom, Carol. Okay. So she was born January 28th, 1944. Okay. So she's Aquarian. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Carol, Aquarius. Any messages that she can convey to her daughter, Jennifer, at this time, Capricorn. All right, let's take a look and see what your mom wants to share with you, okay? And then we'll look into the tarot. All right, Carol, what is it that you would like to share with your daughter, Jennifer? It says, please forgive yourself. Okay, so if you've been hard on yourself, Jennifer, as a result of maybe what happened with your mom, you know, it's not your burden to carry, unfortunately. You know, unfortunately, what happened to her, I mean, that's a really sad thing here. But if this is something that you relate to, she really wants you to lay that burden down. Look at the next card. She's telling you here, I'm so proud of you. Okay, and maybe that's something that brings you peace, something that you really needed to hear. Let's see what else. What else from Carol? Carol, what else would you like to share with your daughter Jennifer at this time? I hope this makes sense for you, Jennifer, these messages. I didn't know how to comfort you. Okay, so maybe after the loss, knowing exactly how it happened, you know, of course, that's very difficult to be able to comfort you in any way, shape, or form, because you feel such tremendous loss there. Okay, let's grab one more message from your mom, Carol. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Carol, Aquarius, and the connection with her daughter, Jennifer, Capricorn. One more message, please, from Carol. I left a piece of me in you, and I have a feeling you know that. You know that she's very much a part of your space, a part of your heart. Okay, so hopefully those messages help you to heal a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab some advice here. And I'm guided to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. This particular deck It's got a twist to it in that, yes, of course, it contains all of the normal tarot messages, but this one has oracle messages as well as new court cards. So let's grab some insight here and see what's up. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Jennifer Capricorn and her mother, Carol Aquarius. Will there be justice for this situation and this loss? We do have the Four of Wands, and you know, it's interesting because one of the references to the Four of Wands is a strong foundation. And I ultimately feel that your mom is very much connected to you somehow. It's a celebration of her life rather than how it came to an end. Okay, there's this homecoming reference to it. And it's very interesting that we now have the Death card popping up. So yes, her life came to an end in a very tragic way, but it also paves the way for this transition, this transformation, to bring her peace in how she left this earthly plane, you know. And I also feel, Jennifer, because this represents an old cycle and it makes way for a new start through a metamorphosis and letting go of what happened in the past in order to create change. I feel there's the possibility that somehow through that new chapter that perhaps justice will prevail, you know. Wow. We do have the Nine of Wands. Interestingly enough, this is perhaps you taking a stand on her behalf, that it hurt very deeply when you lost her. And it's interesting too that the Nine of Wands can represent an ongoing battle that you might have with the hospital staff. You know, I don't know if you guys are going through a legal battle, but it could represent that. Let's see what else. I'm not surprised to see that Tower, because when you lost her, that was devastating, you know, and that in and of itself is the separation that you have from your mom. You know, it really did fall apart as far as how they chose to handle things. But it does also represent an awakening. And part of that awakening, and then we've got the Death card right here, I feel, at least spiritually, that she will be at peace, you know, or that she's already there. Wow. Let's go ahead and see what else here. We have the Angel of Darkness. And it does say, aren't you tired of being in the shadows? Why are you here? Misery loves company, they say. Is that the reality that you want to encapsulate within you? How long do you plan on staying? I'm here to help guide you through this very dark time in your life, but only when you are ready to break free from the chains that bind you. It's time to do that shadow work. When you're ready, I will help lead you down the road where the sun is waiting to shine for you. The way I see that, Jennifer, it's just through healing that you can finally welcome in that energy of the sun, where you can move forward through being able to remember your mom with good memories rather than her, I don't know if it was untimely or certainly tragic how it happened, you know. And so the Angel of Darkness is actually here to get you past the pain, to help you to be able to see the situation and the loss in a more peaceful way. We do have the Page of Wands representing communication that could actually be good news. Okay, so as far as justice for your mom, which is what this is ultimately about, I feel that can be achieved. Okay, and I don't have a time frame as to when that might happen, but I do feel ultimately you will be able to have that. You will have your day when it comes to your mom. And bottom of the deck, I've got Archangel Sophia. Interestingly enough, the Six of Wands is right after that, which is victory and success. Okay, so that right there is an indication that it will be successful. As long as you continue to fight for justice, yes, it has a really good opportunity to be successful and fall in your favor on behalf of your mom. And the Archangel Sophia card, it does say, I am the angel of love. I can help you manifest. It does say a reconciliation with your beloved. And, you know, we started off with, please forgive yourself. So maybe this is your way of just coming into peace with the whole situation and just being more at peace in your heart with the loss of your mom and where she's at. Okay, so I hope that offers you some comfort, some assistance, but it does seem here that yes, justice will prevail. Okay, and again, I'm so sorry for your loss and thank you for being here. All right, so let's move on. Hold on one second. I forget.
Should I have it just right now?
Yes. Okay, sorry. Oh, got one more. All right, let me just get my desk reset here. And thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, so next up, I'll be focusing on Johnny. Okay, Johnny, Leo, Sun, Jessica, Cancer, Sun. Will Jessica and I reconcile? What is our love outcome for us? Okay, Johnny, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right. So let's grab some insight here. Let's see, what am I guided towards? Okay. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Johnny, Leo, and Jessica, Cancer. Is there a possibility for reconciliation here? What are the energies surrounding this connection? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Johnny and Jessica. What are the energies surrounding this connection? Got cards flying. Is there a third-party situation? Johnny, if you could just confirm that for me. Is that part of the reason why you guys are in separation? So Cameron, let me know if Johnny was in a third-party situation. So before I proceed, I want to just confirm that for a second. The next card is recognition, though. Sorry?
You said yes, her mom.
Okay, so Jessica's mom represents this wedge between the two of you. Okay, well, when it comes to Jessica, she does recognize, as we can see through here, the connection, the feelings, the emotions. It certainly is there. Let's see what else here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Johnny, Leo, and Jessica, Cancer. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It does not have to be a romantic connection or infidelity that pops up as a third party. It can be family. It can even be a situation. I did a reading once for a couple where the third party represented the gentleman's job because he was always throwing his energy into work rather than the partnership. So yeah, it does not always have to be infidelity in a relationship, but it's enough of a, you know, problem that it can drive two people apart. So even though you guys are not together, Johnny, she's still feeling your energy. Maybe when you think about her, she's still feeling your vibe. You know, you guys could also be connecting in the 5D maybe. This is a situation that is in need of balance and healing for sure. All right, so that needs to be addressed. I love how these cards are coming through though, because there's this opportunity, or at least the desire, to come into union and to talk about it perhaps in time. Okay, you guys have to talk things through. And then this card is right here. So there is the opportunity for a fresh start for you and Jessica, but this needs to be cleared first. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what's up with that. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Johnny, Leo, and Jessica, Cancer. So it does seem here, Johnny, before we even get into tarot, through a new beginning, through healing some of the ups and downs, the obstacles, you guys can absolutely have a new beginning. Now look at the first card. Third party, Three of Swords, represents that third party. So it hurt, you know. So this is a situation that's hurting the two of you, and that created a separation here. So there's a heart that is in need of healing. Okay, this is the next card. So Six of Wands. I love how it says recognition in this particular deck. We've got recognition right here. So in a way, you guys are both recognizing how special a connection this actually is. And as long as you guys are able to get onto the same page and work together, then it can actually happen. Let's see what else here. You've got the Three of Cups, celebrations, a new beginning. We've got the fresh start reference right there. So it does seem here that there's the possibility for a very positive outcome here, Johnny, even though you guys are not together right now. That looks pretty good. You know, it could also be time that you spend through your circle of friends, your family, your community, people that make you happy and uplift you, you know. But even though you're not, again, with Jessica right now, she's still feeling your vibe. She really is. Page of Wands, cheerful news. Okay, so once this healing and balance is restored, I ultimately do feel that communication may come in either from Jessica, or you decide to take it upon yourself to reach out to her, you know, to get the ball rolling towards this fresh start. But, you know, I feel give it a little bit more time for this healing to continue. And you guys have this fresh new beginning, Ace of Cups. So I don't think there's going to be an issue as far as you guys being apart forever or that it's a done deal. I'm not getting that energy. Okay, so whatever might have happened, maybe she's feeling overloaded or overwhelmed, you know, whatever this heaviness represents in time, that will hopefully dissipate and you guys can welcome in this new beginning, you see, with that Fool's energy. So new beginnings for sure. Fresh start, new chapters. Somebody has to take action here in order to get that reconciliation to happen. Maybe it falls on you, Johnny, to be able to take that first step. But at the end of the day, I do see for you and Jessica that it will ultimately work itself out and you guys have a very positive outcome here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And I wish you the best. Thank you so much for your question and for the super chat. All right, so let's move on. Okay. Moving on to the next person. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, so Esther, any advice on the situation? Okay, my twin flame really did a number on me and I'm still in the healing process. I'm in a new relationship now, trying to move on, but still feel my twin flame pulling me. I'm a Scorpio. My twin flame is a Libra, current relation with a Pisces. Okay, got it. All right, so let's get into that situation here for Esther. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Esther, wait, let me move this over here. Okay, so trying to make still my twin flame. Okay, so your twin flame is a Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please. Is your twin flame representing the divine masculine energy in the partnership, Esther? Is her twin flame representing the divine masculine energy in the relationship? I don't want to assume.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the twin flame, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on this connection with Esther, Scorpio, and the twin flame, Libra. All right. So let's take a look at your twin flame's energy. So there's some gossip tied into that situation. Okay. Whatever, as you describe, you know, this person did a number on you and it's creating this situation where you are still in healing mode. So whatever might have happened, maybe people are still talking about it. and you've moved on clearly to a new relationship, but you're still feeling your twin, which is quite common. Okay, this is interesting. Did something happen where someone was accused of doing something and then people were talking about it? Maybe that's something that your twin was involved in? Because this is like somebody who actually didn't do anything, but people were talking about it anyway.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Okay. This is the next card. We have boredom, and then we have cowardly. Okay, so your twin may be single. If they've already moved on to another relationship, I don't think it's the one, because they are not finding the excitement in that partnership. They're actually bored by it. And your twin is hiding behind this mask for some reason. And maybe they are feeling cowardly as far as being able to reach out to you to open up their heart space. Or maybe they already know that you have moved on to a new relationship, which is why there's no communication there. So let's grab some insight here. Let's see what's up with your twin. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on the connection with Esther, Scorpio, and the twin flame Libra. So their life, their relationship might not be going too well. You know, especially if they maybe thought the grass was greener on the other side type thing, or they did something to ruin the integrity of the relationship. This is kind of karma biting them in the ass, I think. What they thought could have been awesome and exciting for them ended up maybe not panning out to be the case. We do have the Nine of Cups right here. We do have the Hermit. Okay, so that represents Virgo energy, if either of you have Virgo in your chart. So I'm feeling now that you guys are obviously in separation. You've moved on to another relationship. Maybe they've had a lot of time to really think about you, think of their actions, think of the situation. This right here, of course, representing the fact that they've kind of gone within to really think things through, self-reflecting about what they once had with you, and maybe now realizing that you are their wish come true, that you are their dream come true. But there could have been a lack of teamwork there, and this Ten of Swords right here just simply indicates that they hurt you very deeply, okay? Could have been backstabbing, but at the end of the day, the Ten of Swords represents a failure, a collapse in the partnership because there was lack of teamwork. So your twin might have had one foot out the door, okay? And now with this Nine of Pentacles, there's this very solo energy when it comes to them. So I have a feeling that they might not be with anybody at this point. They could be single, or at least feeling super alone because they're not with you, and maybe they've got so many regrets. You know, because what was lacking there was the equality and the teamwork. So your twin just wasn't investing as much time and energy into the partnership as they needed to, you know? Oh yeah, okay. Well, we now have the moon representing deception. So it kind of goes together with what's going on with the Ten of Swords. So what I can tell you here, Esther, is your twin is very much imprisoned by their thoughts and their actions and what happened in the past. Did you end up cutting them out of your life and leaving them out in the cold by any chance? Because that's what these two cards represent right here. Especially you representing the Divine Feminine. You might have cut your twin out and moved on. Like you said, they did a number on you. Okay. Okay, so it does seem here that they're feeling the absence. They are feeling the absence. Your twin is waking up, though, with that Judgment card. Their day of reckoning has arrived, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised, even though you're already in a new relationship, that you might still hear from your twin, either with an apology, or they might ultimately say that they want another chance, however way that conversation happens. But I feel through this Judgment card, especially, your twin has woken up and realizing the value of what you held in the relationship. But you know, the ball is in your court now. So you can decide what it is that you want to do should that conversation ever happen. Maybe the ball is in your court for a reason, and you could end up rejecting them. You might end up, you know, just entertaining the conversation and see where it goes. You got to follow your heart on this one. Okay, but what I can tell you is your absence in your twin's life, they're feeling it. They are feeling that void. And maybe when they're feeling that so intensely, that's when you're picking up off of their vibe. I mean, twins who are in separation, you guys will feel it anyway. There's always that magnetic pull. It just doesn't guarantee that it's always the best idea to come together, especially when one twin needs to figure themselves out or learn whatever life lessons they need to learn. Okay, so karma is playing its role here when it comes to this whole situation, Esther. All right, so I hope that helps you and offers you the advice that you needed. Thank you so much. All right, so let's move on. All right, so I am going now to Lisa. Okay. Okay. Oh, I did Nancy already. Okay. Oh, that's another one? Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. So let me do Lisa. Okay. Lisa. Okay. Annalisa. Capricorn Sun. Dario. Taurus. Relationship ended for lack of commitment. I would love to know if we'll get back together or if I should move on. Okay. Let's see. Is this... Let me see. Oh, so Annalisa, that is your full name? Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. So it's between Annalisa and Dario. I would love to know. Okay, let's take a look at Dario's energy here. Okay, so he is representing the Divine Masculine. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, focusing on Dario Taurus and the connection with Annalisa Capricorn. So let's take a look at Dario's energies right now. If there is a possible reconciliation, or if it really is time to end this chapter. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, focusing on Dario Taurus and the connection with Annalisa Capricorn. What do we need to know here? He's learned something about himself, okay? He might be communicating with you from a distance, telepathically, astrally, or even in the 5D. So maybe what he's learned is that you could be the one that got away. Look at that. This is his own energy. This is the front of the deck. This is the back. So he's very much self-absorbed about the connection, perhaps, or about you. And here's the connection right here. Maybe he's even thought about reaching out, texting, calling. Interesting. So if that's something that you relate to, especially if you feel him reaching out, even if it is just energetically, or you could even be dreaming about him, or he could be dreaming about you. Look at this. He's going through that awakening. So I kind of see that very similar to that Judgment card where he's waking up. He is waking up. He was, or he might have been, confused before. That's the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's grab some tarot here and see what's going on. I feel through this distance and time apart from you that he's clearing up that confusion and going through his awakening as to how he really sees you, the connection. Okay, so let's grab some tarot here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, focusing on the connection between Annalisa, Capricorn, and Dario, Taurus. Okay. What do we need to know here? He may have made some poor choices in the past, okay? And then we have the 10 of Wands. We've got the 5 of Wands. So due to his lack of commitment, because he might have had one foot out the door, it could have definitely created some challenges and drama between the two of you to the point where maybe you guys were arguing Five of Wands represents that energy of disagreements between the two of you. So maybe you might have been on a very different page from Dario, you know, especially since you might have wanted the commitment and he just wasn't ready for it. Okay. So in order for you guys to come back together, he would have to make that choice. And perhaps at one point in time he was confused, but it does seem here that that's a temporary thing, that he is ultimately going to go through this awakening. Okay. And then we do have the Chariot right here. So the Chariot is about movement. It's about a very triumphant energy, triumphant outcome, being able to overcome the challenges that you guys have been through. And certainly part of that challenge was his lack of commitment. I feel that with the Page of Swords, you know, as we can see the keywords here, thirst for knowledge, there's the knowledge right there. He's really curious, you know, would you even be open to talking to him, interacting with him, giving him another chance, things of that nature. And I feel, look at these cards, we've got the Three of Wands, we've got the Ace of Cups. So he wants a new beginning with you. He definitely wants to be able to create movement here for you guys to get over what happened in the past and wanting a fresh start with you. Okay, so this confusion, I feel that's going to clear up, and there may very well be communication on his part. And then we've got the Six of Swords. You guys are heading more towards these calmer waters. And maybe when you guys went into separation, it might have even felt like a Tower moment, you know? Six of Swords, it's a transition. It's leaving whatever happened in the past, and ready to move on and start fresh. And then you guys have this Wheel of Fortune. So this is a cycle of change. This is good karma replacing some of the crappy karma from the past. And this is a turning point for you and Dario. So it looks pretty good as far as the direction that things are going to go. So if you're just not seeing that in the 3D for now, I feel eventually you will. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. Thank you so much for your super chat. All right, so let me move on to the next person. Okay, let me grab the next card. Okay, so Rochelle. All right, Rochelle, Cancer, John, Scorpio, currently in separation, no contact. Will we reconcile or move on? All right, so let's take a look at that, Rochelle. Okay, here we go. All right, so focusing on John, Scorpio. Let's take a look at John's current energy here, Rochelle. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on John, Scorpio. What is his energy right now? What's going on here? Is there a possibility towards reconciliation? Or is it time to move on? There's that innocent card again. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is part of the reason for the separation something similar to what we saw earlier, where maybe you thought he did something, or maybe he's telling you that he didn't? Does that make sense? We do have overload here. So there's something stressing him out right now. Maybe he feels like he's running out of time to do something about this or fix this situation. Look at this. We do have admired. So I still feel here, Rochelle, that he sees you in a very positive light, regardless of the fact that you guys are not together. Maybe he's been wanting to reach out, maybe text you or call you. We do have the Sacred Union card coming through here. Okay, and this is his energy right here. He sees you as a maybe potential marriage material. I don't want to give you false hope, but that's a part of the interpretation of that card. Let's see what else here. Look at this. So we've got two people on their phone here. Okay, this could be you, this could be him. So I feel eventually there will be the opportunity towards communication. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what's up with this. If you guys really can come together. You know, because it could also be one of those things where he picks up his phone, he wants to text you, he wants to call you, but he doesn't actually do anything about it. And sometimes I kind of look at that innocent card as somebody who just wants to start fresh, almost as if when you guys first connected as friends, taking it to the very basics of the partnership before diving fully into the possibility of anything romantic or even thinking long-term commitment or marriage. So let's see. But I feel, though, he wants to reach out. He wants to talk to you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Rochelle, Cancer, and John, Scorpio. And, you know, I kind of get from that maybe time is very limited. You know, he's got a particular window of opportunity to actually fix this between the two of you. If he doesn't do anything about it, maybe give it a time frame, like 6 months to no more than a year. If nothing has happened, then that's your indication there, Rochelle, that it's time to move on, you know? But we'll see. Let's take a look at the tarot. Knight of Wands, very charming, very free-spirited person, though. Okay, so the Knight of Wands sometimes get a bad rap in tarot because this could be somebody who just wants to play and not really wanting to settle down. Even though there's a part of his heart space that's thought about it, he's still kind of in, I don't want to say player mode unless you know that that's the case. But it could simply be that he's just not ready to commit. Maybe right now he just wants to have fun, like surface level, unfortunately. We do have the Ace of Wands, though, okay? And then we've got the Temperance. And then we've got the Two of Wands. So at the end of the day, when it comes to John, he has choices to make. He can either decide, you know what, let's start fresh, let's start over, especially if he's actually inspired to take action to make that happen. But, you know, it's interesting that we've got this clock right there, okay? And then the Temperance card is about having patience because something's going to take some time to play out or to come back into balance. The Two of Wands, I feel there's a part of him that would like to explore what the future would be like for you, but it might take some time before he even decides to reach out, you know? But with cards like the Star, as well as the Magician, I feel eventually he's still going to be guided back to you. And then with the Magician, amazing manifestation, being able to manifest you back into his life, and then the Star representing this fulfilled wish that he has in his heart space. So I feel when it comes to this connection, Rochelle, just give John a little bit more time to be able to figure himself out. But at the same time, you know, you're not meant to just put your life on hold waiting for him to call or text. Don't do that. Just focus on living your best life in the meantime. And he's going to have to take action when he's ready. I feel ultimately you guys can still come back together. You know, so it's kind of one of those things where when it comes to your question, will you guys reconcile? I feel there's a good chance for that. But it's also not meant to keep you stuck, you know, so it's also telling you, yes, in the meantime, move on. Don't wait for him to reach out. I feel eventually he will, but you got to get out there and live your best life and just be open to the possibility of still manifesting love and romance. And he's got that window of opportunity that I was talking about to reach out to you to make this happen. Give it, as I've mentioned, 6 months to a year. If you don't see anything going on, then this is maybe directing you onto a different path where you can manifest the love that you deserve. Okay, so that's what's coming through for me when it comes to your situation with John, and hopefully that helps offer you some clarity there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so let me move on to the next person. Okay, so we've got Nancy one more time. Okay. All right, Nancy. How does Evelyn feel about me? Will she reach out? She's a Sagittarius. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Nancy, Gemini, and Evelyn, Sagittarius. All right, let's see. Let's see what the energy is surrounding the situation with Evelyn. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know? Focusing on Nancy, Gemini, and Evelyn, Sagittarius. Ooh, we have the answer is no. Has she, or is she aware, Nancy, of your feelings or your interest? There is this need for balance in regard to this situation. What is up with that?
Yes. She's good.
Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so we've got karmic partner, and that's followed by twin flame. So I don't know if there's a third person involved, if she's torn between you and somebody else. It could come through as a twin flame connection. So right now, the way I see that no response, it's simply not the right time for you and Evelyn to come together. There's something here that's out of sync, out of balance. Okay. So I can't help but feel that this could very well be a very special connection between the two of you, but there might be this karmic involvement that she needs to address. And maybe there's lingering energies attached to that.
Yes, an ex decided to talk to her.
Ah, that could be what that's about. Okay. So there could be a blockage here as far as you guys coming together for now anyway, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't come together later. Okay, so let's grab some tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Nancy, Gemini, and Evelyn, Sagittarius. Okay. That's why it's off balance. All right, what do we need to know here, please, angels, for this connection? Nancy, Gemini, Evelyn, Sagittarius. We do have the Emperor here, so whichever one of you represents the masculine energy needs to basically take control of the situation to get things moving, or it could even be, especially if she's got an ex representing Aries, it could be that too. She could also be rejecting this person. That could be where that no response is coming from. We do have the Ace of Swords. So in order for you guys to come together as a couple, Nancy, then she's going to have to take action. She's going to have to gain that clarity to be able to cut that person out of her life for you guys to really explore the relationship. So she's going to have to tap into her inner strength here and to really do the right thing to pave the way for you guys to be together, to find the courage to cut someone out if that's something that she needs to do. And then we've got the Ace of Cups right here. So this is giving you guys the opportunity to explore the love that perhaps you guys can share together or do share. It does represent a deep connection. And so she's going to have to love herself enough to cut someone out of her life, this ex, if she really is not interested in re-exploring the connection there, you know. And so this makes sense for me with that Judgment card, that she has an ex who's reaching out because they've had the opportunity to reassess the past and what happened there, and they're wanting a new beginning. Okay, so of course she's got her own free will to decide what it is that she wants to do. The ball is in her court to be able to figure out ultimately where she wants this to go between the two of you. She needs to clear that energy first when it comes to the ex who's wanting to come back and have a new beginning here. You know, so it's her choice at the end of the day here. She might have also experienced a very painful breakup with this person. You know, we do see the Tower right there. It's interesting because the Judgment and the Tower can both represent awakenings here. So if she hasn't actually gone through her awakening or gained the clarity that's needed to be strong enough to cut this person out, then you might have to wait a little bit longer for that to happen. I'm not surprised to see the Five of Swords because we do have some sort of competition going on here, creating conflict. So at the end of the day, you know, life and the universe, it's presenting her with a couple of paths to take. She can either take one road that will lead her back to her ex, or she can explore a new path where you guys can ultimately end up together. So give this one a little bit more time, Nancy, because I feel she has to be able to figure out what she wants. And until she's able to decide the connection with you, even though she might be super into you, it's just kind of in limbo for now. She needs to be able to give it a little bit more time and really dig deep in her heart space and figure out what she wants. Okay, so I hope that helps you out and gives you some insight regarding the connection with Evelyn. All right. Anyone else? Do we have another one?
I think he's trying to figure out how to pay.
Okay, all right. And thank you guys for those who have participated in today's Super Chat. Thank you so much. So yeah, we plan on doing these every Wednesday. And of course, if there's any time changes or days that I'm unable to do it, I'll of course announce that way in advance. All right, so we'll give it a few more minutes and see if anyone else wants to participate. Let me see. At the bottom of the comment section, there's a $sign. Yeah. 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 Thank you so much, Nancy. Okay. And everybody that participated today.
This
What is... Hi, Michael. Yeah, there's still time to go ahead and submit your question. Yeah, absolutely. So you just got to process either a Super Chat or a Cash App, and then we'll get to your question. So we'll probably be on here for maybe another 10 minutes or so. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. All right, so what is that person's name? Okay, Michael?
Yeah.
All right, so Michael, just let us know if you need any help with that. Okay. That's Michael? All right, so Michael, I will get to your reading as soon as I get the information. Give me just 1 second here. And thank you everyone who has taken the time to join us here today. It's always much appreciated. And I do hope that the readings that you did receive have been helpful in some way, shape, or form. Okay. So yeah, Michael, I just need names of all parties involved, sun signs, brief background, and focus question. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be the last one for the day. And if anyone is interested in a yes/no card pull, we can do that too. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and wrap it up after this one final mini reading for Michael. All right. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the info and then we'll be underway. And again, thank you guys, everybody that's been tuned in today, and hopefully future live streams you'll be able to join us. And please feel free to share it with friends, family that might not know about our Super Chat live streams. So it really gives folks the opportunity to just get a quick mini reading for your situation. All right, just waiting on the info here. And I hope you guys are well wherever you are tuned in from. Hi, Patricia. Thank you for joining us. No problem, Michael. So yeah, we'll get your reading underway in a second. All right. Okay. You are in a twin flame connection. Moving on. Feeling out your prospects for dating another woman. Okay. Melinda, I feel has potential. Okay, I am Libra. Okay. Okay, 1 second. So we'll look into that. Okay, whoops. Okay, I'll use a different deck. Just gather that up for me. Okay, so October 18th, 1967, Libra. Okay. Would you happen to know Melinda's sun sign, Michael? That would be helpful. So Michael, okay, he's Libra. And then Melinda. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a sun sign for Melinda. And then we will wrap it up for today. Okay, so Melinda is Sagittarius. All right, so let's get into it here. Okay, twin flame connection. Moving on, feeling out my prospects for dating. Okay, Melinda. Feel has potential. Okay, let's get into that. Let's see what's up with that connection. Okay. Oop, got some over here. Yep. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the connection between Michael, Libra, and Melinda, Sagittarius. All right, so Melinda. Let's see what the prospect is for this connection. What are the energies surrounding this connection between Michael, Libra, and Melinda, Sagittarius? Ooh, we've got this awakening reference that keeps popping up. Isn't that interesting? So maybe, Michael, part of your journey of moving on is through that awakening. Okay. We do have signs, which I like. We also have new direction. Okay, so all of those things are really positive. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Michael, Libra, and Melinda, Sagittarius. I really like this, okay, and how it's coming through. We have release, so that's the moving on part, and you're refocusing on somebody new. Look at that. And then we've got commitment right here. Okay, so let's take a look at the energy that is surrounding this connection. So yeah, as long as you continue to detach and let go of prior experiences, especially relationships that did not go well or that didn't end well, it's time to focus more so on what's ahead of you, this new direction that you are heading towards, and maybe the universe is even sending you these signs that maybe Melinda is the one. We'll see. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Michael, Libra, and Melinda, Sagittarius. What else do we need to know here? So, okay, so we've got this Five of Wands, and as you can see here, the keyword is competition, but it came up in a reverse. So that right there, it's telling me that this might actually be a very good potential for you because there's no one else in the picture. It's just the two of you coming together, you know, so there isn't like a third party or exes in the way, standing in the way of you guys coming together. Okay. And maybe, you know, part of moving on once again and refocusing and releasing things like past baggage, maybe you just needed to reflect on where the future ultimately will take you. And if you needed time to yourself, or maybe you were single for a good minute, it could be picking up off of that energy too. Look at that. You've got the Ace of Wands. So this has a lot of potential, honestly, for the two of you to be very happy. I mean, you're coming in as the Emperor right here. So you are actually in control of how this all will unfold. So that looks pretty good, actually. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Michael and Melinda. So you're coming in as the King of Cups here. You're ready to offer that cup of love to her. Okay, so even though maybe individually you guys have been through tower moments in prior relationships, maybe the commitment wasn't there, but right here we've got the Fool. So it's time to move on from past hurts, past experiences that might have not been the best, healing from it, learning from it, and the Tower as well is going through an awakening because there's always a lesson tied into that whole experience. So it's time to let it go. It's like once the lesson has been learned, it's time to no longer carry the burden of what you might have experienced in the past and take this leap of faith and see where it lands when it comes to you and Melinda, because that looks pretty good. So this might actually end up being your love of a lifetime here, Michael. You know, the one that you can commit to. There might even be long-term commitment here as far as marriage somewhere down the line. We've got the Lover's card right here. It really does come down to the choices and the decisions that you have made in your life thus far to take you where you are today. And so you could certainly feel that she's very compatible for you, that you guys get along great, the attraction is there, the sexual chemistry is there. Not necessarily that you guys have been intimate, but the attraction and just that pull that you feel towards each other, it's there. So this has the capability truly to be a pretty nice connection, I must say. It's looking pretty good despite where you both have been in your lives and in other relationships. We're focusing on this one and the prospect and the potential that it has. And I must say, it looks pretty darn good. Okay, so hopefully that gives you the confidence that you need to really pursue this one because it may just turn out to be, as I've mentioned, your love of a lifetime. All right, Michael, so thank you so very much for allowing me the opportunity to do this reading here for you today. I hope that offers you some advice that's helpful. All right, is that it for today? All right, I guess that's it. We're wrapping it up. Thank you guys so very much for everyone who tuned in. Oh, do we have another one? Okay, it's fine. We'll do one last one. Okay, and then that'll be it for the day. One last one. Thank you, everyone who's been here. You're very welcome, Michael. Thank you, guys. All right, so we'll do one last one, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for this Super Chat live stream. And feel free to join us every Wednesday if you have a new question or if you'd like to look into another situation or even a different person. Would love to see you. All right, so who am I waiting for? Patricia? Okay. All right, Patricia, so I'm just waiting for the information for your mini reading and then we'll get into it. Absolutely, you're very welcome. So give me just 1 second and then we'll look in your situation. And thank you guys so very much again for everybody who took the time to join us here today. It's always much appreciated, especially those that have to get up early. I know globally, you know, here where I'm at, West Coast, California, you know, it's 4:20ish in the afternoon, but somewhere else it could be Lord knows what, 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So anyone who had to get up early for this, thank you. All right, Patricia. You're in a twin flame connection. You're an Aries. He's a Libra. What needs to be done to prepare for union? I feel it is close. Okay. Oh, maybe August? Okay. Let's see. Or is August the name of your twin? Let me just confirm that. Okay. So it's a twin flame connection. Okay. Let me go ahead and start pulling cards here. All right. Give me 1 second. So Patricia, Aries. Okay. Your twin is a Libra. All right. Let's grab some insight here. Sorry?
Andrew is my twin.
Andrew. Okay. Is the August a potential time frame? Let's see. Okay. All right, Patricia, let's get into your messages here. All right, Andrew. Okay, got you. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Andrew, Libra, and the connection with Patricia, Aries. All right, so let's take a look at Andrew's energies here, Patricia, and see what's going on. Are you guys in separation right now? Or going through some issues? Let's see. All right, Andrew. We do have this manipulate card coming through here. And that could be interpreted one of two ways. Either he's got qualities to him where he can be manipulative. I don't know if you've seen that. Or this could be somebody who's just trying to manipulate their way through a situation, meaning that he's trying to maneuver his way as best as he can. They are communicating? Okay. Okay. So you guys are communicating, but not a whole lot. All right. This is the next card. So I don't know if there's someone else in the picture that you may or may not be aware of. Whenever I see this, you know, we do see a silhouette with 3 people. There could be a love triangle. There could be a third-party situation. Or he's talking to somebody else at this point. He's busy at work. That could be a part of the conflict too. Okay. We do have fantasize, so he is very attracted to you. The sexual chemistry certainly is there. Okay.
She said, can you visit on February 2, 2022?
Sorry?
She wants you to focus on February 2, 2022.
February 2nd, 2022. Okay. Can you elaborate more on what happened on that day? I've got Discover coming through here.
She said she thinks it's work on that day. Maybe we'll
Okay. So if it is not work, because I got to just tell you how it's coming through here. With that Discover message, there's a part of him that might have 1 foot out the door, meaning that he's not fully investing his time and energy, devoting himself to the connection, even if it is a twin flame connection. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's hope that's the case here. Let me grab one more card. One more card here. I mean, the desire is there. Look at that. Fantasize, desire. But I really do instinctively feel that his investment in the connection, it's not 100%. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot to see what's up with that. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Patricia, Aries, and Andrew, Libra. So if there is nobody else, and maybe part of his conflict has to do with his life goals, his dreams, maybe he's not quite ready to settle down. It could be that too, where he feels the need to just get out there and discover what it is that he needs to do with his life. It could be that too, because we're not disputing the attraction and the desire that he has towards you. Okay. Look at this. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is actually nice because this is equal give and take. So as long as there's that equality between the two of you where he's investing as much as he can with you and you with him, then this conflict should go away, but it is here. So this is something perhaps that needs to be worked on. But the connection, it's here. Okay, Two of Cups, soulmates, partnership. The desire is there. Okay, even though this particular card in this deck says soulmates, I mean, if you feel it's a twin flame connection, Two of Cups can also be reflecting that. And then we do have the Ace of Swords. So this is about being put in a seat of power to actually do something about this, to welcome in a new beginning. So if he has yet to be able to gain that clarity that's needed to realize you guys belong together, you should be living this life together, then, you know, just give him a little bit more time to come to that. There is this long distance relationship. Okay. So that could also be part of the conflict. And as I've mentioned in the prior readings, you know, Ace of Swords, it's about cutting things or people out of the equation. So that might also be the need to cut the distance out so that you guys can actually be closer, you know. Eight of Pentacles. So this could be tapped into his work environment. I don't know if he's self-employed, but he certainly has the capability to be successful in that. And this is him focusing on his goals. And certainly when it comes to his career opportunities, it could be picking up off of his finances. And maybe right now he's very focused on being very successful in that way. The relationship as well, though, Patricia, it has the capability to be very victorious and happy. It just needs for Andrew to be laser focused on what it is that he wants to do to move forward, for the two of you to be content and happy in the relationship. And I think that's possible. Okay, we've got the Chariot coming through here. So even though we've got conflicts popping up, I feel ultimately he'll be able to figure that out. You know, this right here is a very successful energy between the two of you, that you guys can move forward from whatever might be hindering progress towards union, you know. And then you've got the World card right here. So ultimately this does represent a cycle that completes, and maybe there are old cycles that need to phase out when it comes to Andrew, and this new cycle is creating change. It's representing the fact that things ultimately can really come together for the two of you. So that's really good, you know, and it comes together not just in relation to the love connection, but career, finances, all of that. When it comes to the two of you, it could actually be a very successful partnership, you know. And then we do have the Six of Swords. So this is about releasing past baggage. This is about welcoming in that transition. It's also about moving on from maybe past lingering energies, whether it's bad relationships or negative experiences in love and romance. Ultimately, this is you guys moving forward to find that happiness. So yeah, as far as being able to connect and come into union, I feel it's totally possible. And I feel when it comes to Andrew, he might just need a little bit more time to be able to see this come through in 3D. Okay, so that's how it's presenting itself here, Patricia. Hopefully that answers your question. It does have the capability to be a very successful partnership. So if you're ultimately feeling that something might happen during August, it may very well be, but you know what? Let's clarify that with a yes/no response, you know? And if you end up getting a no, that doesn't mean it can't happen later on down the line. We're just focusing on August specifically. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on a time frame towards union, focusing on Patricia. Aries, and Andrew, Libra. Is there the possibility towards union during the month of August of this year? So let's see. Ta-da! Yeah, it's coming through as a yes. Okay, so time frames though, just a little caveat on that. It's just no way to guarantee that. So just keep your mind open as to the possibilities of when this could happen. I just don't want you to be disappointed if August comes and goes and nothing's happening. But it does seem here the potential for you guys to come into union and be together. It's here. All right, so I hope that helps. Thank you so very much for your super chat. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you, everyone that participated. It's much appreciated. And we'll be back on Wednesday, next Wednesday, for another super chat live stream. If you want to tune in on Sunday, I believe that one is at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. That's more of a general collective reading, and then I'll choose 2 people at the end to do a mini reading for. All right, guys, so I hope to see you on Sunday if you're able. And thank you, everybody that tuned in and contributed with a super chat or a cash app. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Sending you that love back. Thank you. Bye, guys. See you next time.